Welcome to the Peak Podcast. And again, we're not playing Peak, we're going to be playing Schedule 1 and talking about facts about the Incas.
Yeah.
Alright, so Sean, today we each picked out around 6 or 7 interesting facts about the Incas, hey? So I think we should
Yeah.
share them with each other and have a bit of a Peak Podcast.
That was a good one. All right.
That was a good one.
After you.
All right, I go first. All right.
Yeah.
So, did you know that the Inca Empire was huge and like it stretched over most parts of Colombia that we see today, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Chile, and Argentina. So pretty much like that
Whoa.
whole thing of South America, just like the
Yeah.
Inca Empire.
So
just,
it was like
dominated.
almost all of South America, basically. It
Yes,
was like
sir.
huge.
I don't think Brazil though. Hey, no, I don't think so. Brazil, but
No,
still,
I don't think so.
like all those like places, it was just like dominated. They were
Wow.
they were like mountain people. Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, you tell me another fact. You go ahead. You go ahead, Sean.
So okay. At its peak, the Inca Empire actually had around 10 million people living in it. Isn't that crazy?
For a second, I thought
10
that was
million
like.
people.
At the first second, I thought, whoa, that's more than what Vancouver, that all of Canada has. And then I'm like, oh, that's more than what Vancouver has. But anyway,
Yeah.
still, for that time, that's a lot. Because, like,
That's a lot of
population
kids,
was,
yeah.
like, down, wasn't it? And, like, especially for, like, that 10 million people, right? Like, and, like, because you know how people like to buy things, right? This leads to my next fact. Like, the Inca, like, economy was not based off of money, right? People paid taxes still, but it was like through labor and like building and military. So like they didn't like actually have money or like but they still had taxes, which I thought was pretty cool, right? So it's like slave labor for the pay your taxes.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was interesting, eh?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I also heard that the Inca road system. So they actually had a road system back then, way back whenever.
Wow.
And it was massive, like massive.
Like the
And
taper fade massive.
It's bigger than Load Super Fade Massive, bro. It's crazy.
No
And
way.
it connected the empire, just like how the Roman Empire was connected through roads and stuff.
Yeah.
This empire was connected through roads, and it spanned across the empire through mountains, coasts, jungles, just everywhere.
Wow, that's crazy. So it was like for like maybe like if they brought like with their horse carriages or like wagons and all that stuff, because they definitely didn't have automobiles then. That's pretty cool.
No Lamborghinis back then.
No Lamborghinis from modern Italy.
No,
Wow.
not from there. But you should go check it out though if you wanna learn about Lamborghinis and stuff.
I think we need to redo a modern Italy because I need to be educated on modern Italy. Not like there's a podcast for that.
Oh yeah, facts. Anyways,
Did you know,
there
like,
was
they didn't have a normal alphabet. They like hold up, sorry. I had written this down because I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a quipu kipu, which were knotted strings used to record information. Like I thought that was really interesting because like not like they were writing, they were just tying knots in a rope. It's like, yeah, this knot is big, bro. Must have a good haul. I don't know, bro. It's pretty interesting. Like they had knotted strings
cool.
to communicate, like they record information down. So I'm assuming
Yeah.
I actually don't really know, but I'm assuming that like for example, the bigger the knot, maybe the big because it's saying record information. So like if you're farming, maybe you have like a bigger knot for a bigger load or bigger time you punch out for your hours for that day. It's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 knots. That's 7-hour day. 6, 7.
So it's like kind of building on that. Trained messengers, they actually used roads to carry messages quickly from across long distances.
Oh,
So
really?
they were called I'm probably gonna butcher this, the Chasqui, and they just would use, I don't know, maybe they used the alphabet, and they would use like to send messages. They would use the roads to get around and stuff.
Oh,
It's
it
pretty
goes
cool.
back to what you were saying, and it also kind of. So I wonder if those like messages were like, they just brought a bunch of like ropes with them, bro.
Maybe.
Actually, well, No, because they could
That's
speak,
pretty cool.
right? So the message
Oh
would be the
yeah.
person, but maybe they brought a bunch of ropes and they were like doing cat's cradle with like the emperor or something like that.
Probably.
Maybe. And you know, like when the Incas like built like their villages and walls, like they didn't have mortar then, right? Or cement
Yeah.
or fancy stuff or silicone caulking or anything like that. They just put stones, but they did it like so well that like you can't slide paper between them, and like so well that today the stones still like are there, like they're really solid, and like through the hundreds of years they withstand like tourists, which are a big thing to withstand, bro.
Yo.
The modern day tour guides can't even stand modern tourists, so let alone those rocks can handle just fine without any mortar. That's pretty impressive, I would say.
It is really impressive, actually. Like, even, way better than our gas roads and terraces where there's
Yo,
a pothole
boy.
every other. Anyways, where was that? Where was that? Oh, yeah. You probably know Machu Picchu, like that mountain place, right?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, like where the stones are still like so perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't actually mainly a fortress, like a lot of people believe it's a fortress, but it wasn't mainly a fortress. It was actually or it's probably a spiritual retreat for the Inca elites. So, like,
So like the important people can like go and have their like
basically,
relaxing day up in the mountaintops. Dude, I would love
I
that.
think it's more of like a religious thing.
Oh, so it's
Mm,
more religious rather than just like chilling.
yeah, I think it's just like meditating and stuff.
So kind of both, but with actually a meaning to it rather than just like I want to take a nap in the mountains.
Yeah, pretty much.
I see, I see. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay. So yeah, bro, did you know that Machu Picchu was built so that parts of it lined up with the sun during its solstices and equinoxes? So like these guys
Yo,
were like they really like their space and like sun. Like you heard of the sundial, right? And like
yeah, yeah.
how it's like matched with the sun to tell time. Bro, these guys built a whole like town over that stuff, I think. It's pretty cool, don't you think?
Yeah, that's actually really cool. So it sounds like, and actually, I know they were really skilled astronomers, and they used the sun and stars and seasons to guide farming and religious events. So, like, I don't know when to farm certain crops or when to
Ooh.
schedule certain events. Like how we have New Year's, like we know it's in the winter time usually, or yeah, always. What am I talking about? Usually, it is
Usually.
always winter time,
Usually.
and yeah, we know this because of the date and time and what it looks like outside. They had like the same idea with their religious events and their spiritual events or whatever.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. It's like kind of like, for
Facts.
example, like we got like Hobie, right, for like our indigenous, and it lines up with like the moon for their farming. So I think that's pretty cool that like space is like kind of a big thing for these people. And
Yeah.
like when you're talking about sorry, farming, right? Like you know how they farm, like coming from the
No.
name of our town, they built terraces so that way, like, because the mountains are just steep, like edges, it's kind of hard to farm, right? So they built
Yeah. Yeah.
little terraces going out to have a flat surface to farm their stuff, and it's pretty cool. So that way, like, it's just level on their mountain slopes.
Wow. So on those terraces that you were saying, like, so they could farm, they would usually so potatoes. Building off of that the farming thing. It was one of the most important crops of the Inca Empire, and even like Peru today sells thousands of potatoes of that very different variety today.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
That's cool,
yeah,
bro. Did you know it's like you have a fridge in your house and a freezer, but what's better than just putting your food on like just outside your doorstep to preserve it, right? 'Cause it's so cold in the mountains that like the Machu Picchu, but they just put their food and crops outside and just preserve that thing like a puppy. It was just that early freezing method for all their safe food.
Oh, that's fire. So they actually had storehouses called, I'm gonna butcher this, uh, kolkaz, and it was to save food and supplies for hard times like droughts or when crops fail to grow. Maybe heavy winters when you can't do anything, or longer winters, whatever. When things are when you're down bad, they had storehouses and that saved food supplies, whatever. Like it just said, awesome,
Yeah.
awesome.
Cool. And like going back to like where you were talking about like a religious retreat on Machu Picchu, right? The one in the
Hmm.
mountains.
Yeah.
The Incas believed in three realms. Like it was connected to animals. The condor, the spirit, uh, for the spirit world, the puma for the earthly world, and the serpent for the underworld. So like they had.
Yo, so that's sick. That's like a serpent's like hell, kind of.
So yeah, it
Like
looks like
they're kind of hell.
condor for spirit world, which I would say is the one above everything, right?
Yeah, that's
It
about. I think
sounds
I would say
lighter.
that's
And
heaven.
then puma is like for the one on the ground and the earthy, like kind of stealthy doing its thing. And then the serpent
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the underground stuff. Yeah. Well, that's 15
Fire.
facts I bet you didn't know about the Incas. And if you did, well, then we didn't need you here. But, anyways, hope you enjoyed.
The
Peak
Peak
Podcast
Podcast. Uh,
out.
Weed
Adventure
edition.
time. Yeah, weed edition, my bad.
Weed edition. All right. Bye bye.
Peek out. Peek
All
out.
right. Peek out. Yo, that's smart.
Peek out. Fire.